My name is Logan Peralta, and I'm 23 years old. Currently, I work at my church, which is Calvary Chapel, and it's in Melbourne, Florida. I've been working here for about 4 years now, and I've enjoyed most of my time here. I actually got hired on full-time here earlier this year. I was working part-time before, but as soon as I graduated from UCF, they brought me on full-time. So that was a real huge blessing for me. I graduated from UCF in the fall semester of 2013. I fulfill multiple roles at Calvary Chapel, so I kind of have two different job descriptions. My first, and I guess like my main job, would be video producer. So during the week, I go out and I shoot things, and I edit things, and I animate things, and I write things. So it's just kind of like a all-inclusive job title for video production. And then on the weekends, I am the live video director. So I sit in the control room behind the switcher, and I push buttons, and I tell the camera operators what to do, and I kind of just bring the whole production together. I would say the thing I like most about my job is the diversity in it. Like, every week I'm doing something different, whether I'm writing something one week or editing a crazy project the next week or shooting a project. There's always something different going on. I'm never like stuck in the same rut, which is really good for me. Prior to UCF, I was actually homeschooled through my entire elementary, secondary, and high school education. I absolutely feel that homeschooling has really helped me in pursuing my career as it is. Back when I was in high school, my mom was able to actually get me an internship at the church during school hours, which I wouldn't have been able to do if I'd been going to public school. She just sent me off to the church and said, go do this internship. She gave me school credit for it, and I learned a whole lot during that time, which if I hadn't been able to, if I'd been in public school, I wouldn't have been able to go and do that. Back when I was a teenager, I used to skateboard a lot, and I got a video camera, and I decided I'd start making skate videos. So me and my friends would go outside and we'd shoot some videos, we'd bring the camera inside, and we'd start making little skate videos. And I actually made a few like DVDs, and they were like 15 minutes long of just my friends and I skateboarding. We had a lot of fun with it, and I really enjoyed making those. So when I was about 15, I'd made those for a couple years, and I knew that the church I was going to at the time had a video production ministry, and they were looking for volunteers. So I decided I would start volunteering and see if that led anywhere, see if I enjoyed it, see if I could learn anything new. So I started volunteering when I was 15 years old, and I loved it. Church production is definitely an interesting subject, because you have to balance what you should be doing with what you can be doing as far as budgetary, because it's all about the budget. We're nonprofit. Churches are nonprofit, so we have to rely on the congregation to actually give us the money to do what we want to do. So we definitely have to be tight with our budget. So we can't really be on the forefront of the technological advances that are happening right now. But I would say that at this church, we do a fairly decent job of staying modern, if not groundbreaking. We live in a very interesting age. We can reach millions of people through the internet in a very small time. Like, we can just post a video online and send it to our friends, who can send it to their friends, and before you know it, we've reached thousands of people. So the internet can be used very well by the church, and I think that we've been, at Calvary, we've been doing a very good job of that. We stream our services online, we post the videos we make online, and we try to share them, and that's just one way that we can influence the people around us that can't actually be at our church. Sometimes I consider myself to be an artist like you, but then other times I feel like my mind kind of clicks into the practical side of things, and I'm like, okay, you want to make this idea, so then how do I make that? So I kind of go into the more technical side of how to bring an idea into fruition, or how to make an idea real. So I would say that I'm kind of a more practical person. I like to have my hands on the equipment and actually working to make the art come alive. So whether it's photography or cinematography, I like to use a camera to create art. So whether it's a wedding that I'm shooting, or a church interview that I'm shooting, or a narrative piece that I'm shooting, the camera is definitely my weapon of choice when it comes to expressing my inner creativity. My dream job is to be in the control truck for a NFL football game and direct the game. So that's my career goal. Now I guess I've become a little more practical. I mean, I still love to do sports production work for a sports broadcasting company, but right now I would just do anything in this industry that I can make a living off of. One of my favorite parts about my job is actually interfacing with the volunteer teams and leading the volunteer teams. I actually like to think of them as crew members and not just volunteers, because that's what they are. They're an integral part of our production, and each one of them is so unique and so different, and I love every single one of them. It's so humbling to work alongside of them as they're just giving their time to the church. I mean, I'm here doing my job, and they're coming in after they've already done their work, and they're giving their time after that. So it's a humbling experience to work alongside them, and I really enjoy working with them. When it comes to using my skills in the church world, I will just use whatever skills, whatever talents I have in whatever situation I am put in. So whether it's directing a service, whether it's working a camera, whether it's running a cable, I'll do whatever I can, because it's not just a job for me. It's more than that. It's about spreading the word of God through whatever means necessary. It's a real privilege to be able to do that through something I also love to do. So not only do I get to work in a production environment, but I also get to do something that in my heart I know is right. Like, I know that the word of God needs to be spread, and I get to be part of that through what I love to do.